Hi guys, and good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Lisa Ackberry, your hair doctor, and if I seem over goofy like excited, then that's because I am. We are going to read the book. I have had some time today with technical difficulties, as I think it's becoming pretty common. Don't like it. Okay, but I've had some problems today, and so I'm a little bit late getting started. Oh, really? This is like busy morning, technical difficulties, problems. But you know what? I am here. So let's get right to your questions and comments. This one says, hello, Dr. Ackberry. I totally love you. I totally love you back. It says, I am also vegan and love it. I'm on my way to get aloe vera juice. Do you mix, I put some, I'm going to turn this off. I forgot the day has started and people will be calling, and I'm going to turn my phone off. Okay, so she talks about her aloe vera juice and mixing it with water and that kind of thing. She can't wait till I come to Atlanta, and I'm definitely coming to Atlanta. Okay, so we talked about the aloe vera. You see what I gave you down underneath. Okay, let's go on because I definitely want to get this in, everything in. It says, hi, my love. Please, that was me answering another question for someone. It says, thank you, doctor, for considering my request to show pictures. I know, and I'm going to do much better. Okay, speak up, Lisa. Okay, I'm going to do much better about showing images microscopically. Since I did this particular show or blog during the day and night or evening for you, or morning, whatever, but since I am a little bit flexible with my time to do this, maybe I'll get a little bit smart and try to get some microscopic images edited into here. There's so many things, I promise y'all, and I do apologize for not getting to all of them, but I'm definitely going to do that. But you're so welcome. It says, hello, Miss Hair Doctor. I am so glad. Let's see, I get this slide. Typo. I subscribe to your channel. You have the facts, as always. Thanks for sharing. Now on to some questions. Sure. What are some good protein conditioners to use on my relaxed hair? How often I'm sure she's saying, should I use a protein conditioner? First, you want to use protein and moisture together. You never only want to use protein because it will dehydrate the hair. Protein is a dry substance, and our hair is mostly composed of protein, so it drops the moisture levels. So you always want to use protein and moisture together. You can go on my website and you should be able to find one there. Okay, let's see. The next one says, continue. How's your throat? Oh, you're so sweet. My throat is great. Thank you very much. My nose is not dripping. I got this little red thing. Oh, it's on this eye. It's so weird. It just seems, actually it's this eye. It's right here. And I don't know what that is, but as my mama used to say, the devil is alive. Okay, you are coming to Detroit, right? Right. I gotta come to Detroit. Detroit's tough, but I'm coming to Detroit. Hey, my name is Judy. So we got all these. Okay, let's make sure Detroit is on the list. Yeah. Okay. This is now. Hey, my name is Judy. I want to grow my edges. Judy hairline is what we call them. Well, actually, most people of color call them edges, so I'm actually out of order. But anyways, she says she wants to grow her hairline and thicken up her hair. Would you please help me with that? A little bit vague because we really want to know why you're thinning. I feel like my fro has a hole in it, a couple of holes. But anyways, we have to figure out why you're actually thinning on the hairline. Is that if that is an internal or external follicular problem? So come on and give me a little bit more information. Like, are you noticing just short, broken hairs, or are you noticing just where you can see your scalp balding? And is it really short and bald, or patches? What are you really noticing? More specifics. That'll help me a lot with trying to help you. She also mentioned thickening the hair. Are we thicker at the hair close to the scalp, or are we just and thinner on the ends, or are we thin at the hair close to the scalp? Like we can bald spots throughout. If we part your hair, Judy, do you notice that the hair is inconsistent in this density? So let me know those things, and that'll help me a lot. Okay. All right. Another one says, thanks for covering the topics you did. You're welcome. It says, thanks for another informative video. You're welcome. I love your Afro puff. I love it too. I've got the big one on today. It says, let's see. The title of, trichothiodystrophy. I can't even say the word today. Okay, I'm going to definitely do a topic on scalp hair. Or maybe I'm just going to address it a little bit right now. Okay. Let me talk to you guys a little bit about this. What I believe is happening. And that's really what I can do, because I think that's what a lot of people are doing now. I thank you so much for an article that you sent. But what we're finding, most of the information, there's no real research that I have been able to uncover, but I have not done a deep search. So if you have some things, please, please, please continue to send them to me. Because I definitely want to, I want to address this. I want us educated and empowered. I don't want us ignorant of these things. And there's a lot of people out there giving out information about it. And we just want to confirm it and make sure it's the right stuff, because we really want to make sure that we know exactly what's going on as it relates to scab hair. Now, with scab hair, I have found, as I said the very first time, what happens when you have ingrown, I call them ingrown hairs. In the microscope, that's what they look like. But basically what you have is an extreme amount of pollutants. Some of them are scalp pollutants, some of them are environmental pollutants, and some of them are cosmetic pollutants. And they've solidified on the top of your epidermis. So the hair is trapped into the scalp. Once it does emerge, in many cases, it's very dry and brittle. That's the part I didn't say. So initially, it's dry and brittle. The reason why you have an excessive amount of pollutants after having a relaxer is because most people have burned a lot with the chemicals. Most people have used a lot of hair products to help with itch. And so they have all these pollutants that have become solid, and the hairs are trapped and dried out. And so as they grow out, they begin to, be dry and brittle. As you condition them and treat them better, the hair changes. And it comes back to its natural feel and touch, which most people will say natural texture. So it's softer, and it looks better. It has a little more shine after you've had the hair on the head for a period of time where you've had time to decondition or treat the hair. Now, the genetically linked type scab hair, or trichothiodystrophy. Sometimes I pronounce it incorrectly, but that's it. I think it's trichothiodystrophy. What happens with that, that's a little bit different. That's a genetic problem, and that's where there's problems with actual, the follicle is deformed or not developing as it should. The hair doesn't develop as it should. Very different, and that hair doesn't change. It stays like that. So it's not like you can condition it and it gets better. So it's a very different thing. So really, I think that's as much as we really can say about that right now until we get some more research, okay? Okay, now it's time for the book. The book. We have read, of course, as you know, we've read Black Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair together. And now we're going to read Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair. And Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair at Any Age was another book where I was literally full of brain. My brain was like bursting, and I had to dump it into pages. That's what happens when I write books. I should have written several more, but I just don't have the time or have stopped to do it. Okay, and for some reason I look a little cloudy today, so I'm going to go back and look at this. And sometimes it's just me, and I just think I do. Oh, the camera is way up. There's stuff. My little picture in the back, that's where one of the patients gave me a picture, and I stuck it up on the wall next to my logo. So I'm noticing that let's see if I should go this way or this way. Yeah, I noticed that I am, okay. I noticed that I'm showing that. So if you see that little piece hanging, that's what it is. But anyway, so I'm looking a little cloudy today. Let's see. And so I'm wondering, I did clean the lens. Maybe it's in my lighting. So I hope I'm okay. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the book. It says, it's Everyone's Guide to Beautiful Hair at Any Age. And I said that I was going to start September 2nd. I've had the wrong date up on my computer forever. That tells you how busy I am. Okay, so let's start with chapter 1. And you know what? I really want to do my intro too. And I'm going to start with my dedication, and then I'm going to start to do my acknowledgments, and then we'll do the rest because I think it's just so personal. And if you don't have the book already, please go out and get it. And not just for me, but just for yourself, because really this was a labor of love, but it was also I was so excited about being able to give this information. And I just prayed, I said, Lord, what do I say? You know, there's so much to be said, but it's only so much you need to say. Some things you don't need to say, and there's just a lot you can say. And so I really wanted to try to make sure I was really careful with how I handled this. But anyways, it says, starting out with my dedication, I dedicate this book first to my soulmate, my friend, my husband. And this is for 30 years, so we've been married 30 or plus years of allowing me to do me. He really does allow me to do what I do, and he's kind of stepped back a lot of times just so I could do that. And it's really hard for him and hard for men. You know how it is, ladies. Also, I said to my 2 blessings and truly gifts from God, my daughters, and I'm really excited. I have twins. If you didn't know, I have twins. Yes. For definitely being the loving, positive energy. They love me. It doesn't matter. They just love me. It's just something. Loving, positive energy and source of motivation in my life, and they really are, because your children really make you want to be better. I mean, they just make you want to do better. It's just something about that, and that's what they've done. To my mother, for precisely and completely and without distrust being the essence of a strong mother and woman. She is something else. My mom is. And it says to my brother, who has made a commitment to stay and help me fulfill my vision. Because at the time, he was with me, but he's retired now when I wrote this book. But he really stuck with me. And then some acknowledgments. This is thanks to my agent. She's something. She thinks I can write anything. If she's like, well, you need to write a book about this. You need to write, well, anything about here. She doesn't think I can write anything. But she needs to write about here. She thinks I'm the one, and I thank her for that, for helping me to see what was right in front of me. She really kind of helped me know that this was the next book to write. And that's what helped a lot. And I want to thank my editor, for always challenging me, because she does challenge me to be better in my writing skills, because, you know, I'm a trichologist. I'm not a writer, but I am a writer now because I write books. But really, she's helped me a lot. It's a school of hard knocks here, but I've learned a lot. And a special thanks to family, friends, my patients, my students, and colleagues for all their support and encouragement. And I thank you, because you motivate me, my folks out there in my cyber world, my cyber family. You motivate me to just be better. I mean, you want to know. If you ask the tough questions and you wait for those answers, and I love that. I teach that. I said I must acknowledge and this is something I really have to say to all of you, and I just want to say this because it's really important to me, and this is pretty much who I am, what I represent. I must acknowledge, and I'm going to read it. I said I must acknowledge, as I recognize that there is a power higher than I that allows my point of view. This acceptance authorizes my soul to boast appreciation. This book and all the knowledge and power that are given to me to realize my mission sanctions me to give tribute to my own personal higher power, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. To God be the glory. That's something. And when I wrote that, it was like as I was writing it, the words just kept coming to me, because God really just pours out and pours that love in us that's so powerful that we know how to praise Him. And it's just without God's love, we don't know how to love other people. We don't know how to give. We don't know how to praise. We don't know how to do anything that's good. So it's God's love. Okay, what's happening to my hair? Now let's think about this, and let's go to the introduction, because today I want to really do that part, and then we're going to get into all the chapters. Before writing this book, I thought a lot about women and their hair, because I wanted to get to the root of the problem of hair. What is our problem? What is this problem? I thought that in many ways I want to get to us a little problem. I thought in many ways it would be better off if God had never given us hair at all. You know, we have so many problems with it. The reason for such a radical thought is that if we did not have hair, then we wouldn't have to worry about hair. I know, it's a little radical. I said it was. Think about it. How much money we waste. How much drama and even trauma on this crowning glory. Look how much it's cost. Women on average spend $1,200 a year. On average, that's a low average. Some of you spend much more than that on the hair, which does not include extras. Like, you know, the folks who wear relaxers or weaves or things like that. Doesn't include hair products. Whereas men spend on average $250 a year, which does include extras. They don't spend much. Women also have a lot of drama surrounding their hair. For example, if a black woman straightens her hair, she may be thought to be denying her ethnicity. Ooh, can't say that word today. Weird. By trying to be like someone she's not. If the white woman perms her straight hair, she's often accused of looking too ethnic. These are two examples of cultural expectations surrounding women and their hair. Everyone has an opinion about how a woman should wear her hair. And many women believe that they must take into account what others think in order to accept or be accepted. In other words, and I'm reading this because I think it's really, really important that this kind of tells you the kind of book this is going to be. In other words, women are expected to appear a certain way and stay in their place, even when it comes to their hair. In order to achieve this expected look, women do what? What do we do to our hair? We abuse it, we misuse it, we bully it, and we damage it, and we manipulate it into shape. All of this, which ages our hair. Every woman's got to beautiful hair at any age. Our hair begins to age. Sadly, the joy of the look is short-lived, and many women are still not happy. All the money, the time, the drama, the trauma spent on our hair and processing it and manipulating it is causing many women to suffer from what I like to call hair depression. And a lot of women are, it's sad to say, depressed about their hair. Because the tragic reality is that there are a number of women who are just simply depressed about their hair. I believe that one of the big reasons why women with hair trauma and drama suffer from hair depression is that many of us have not learned to do what? Accept, respect, appreciate, and understand our hair in its natural state. That's one of the reasons. I really believe if we would accept it, appreciate it, understand it in a natural state, then we will be much better off. Well, ladies, it's time to take a ride on the freedom train. That's what we're going to do with this book. It should always be your choice. And I want to say this because I don't want people to believe that I'm saying you need to grow natural or you need to do anything. It should always be your choice to wear your hair naturally, natural, chemically altered, or in any other way you want. But you must first stop placing, let's just stop placing value on what someone else thinks. Remember, we talked about that in Black Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair. Someone thinks about your hair, and stop making choices to alter the style of your hair before becoming educated about that choice. And this just tells you, well, freedom begins within your minds. And remember, we spoke about that. My prayer as you go through this book and you read this book or you listen to this reading, my prayer is that, and hope, my prayer and hope for you is that this book will facilitate the process of solving a problem that has seemed to become bigger than it ever should have become. Hair should not be a problem. It's something that, and I'm shaking shaking the camera. Sorry guys, I just got into it for a moment. Okay, your hair is truly your crown. It's truly your crown. It covers and protects your head from the environment while providing the image that you want to project to the world. But what happens when you age? What happens when your hair ages? Is it the same thing? You aging and your hair aging. What happens? The primary mission of my book is, in my life in the hair industry, as a trichologist, as a manufacturer, as an author, the primary mission is to help women solve their hair problems. This book that I'm going to do this cyber reading, and you're partaking in it. I'm so excited. I hope you are. This book is out, and I've written it to. This book is out to convince women that no matter what age you are, or what changes you go through life, all you need to do is just take better care of your hair and scalp, and everything will be okay. Now that sounds easy enough, but how is it going to happen? Right? That's what you're saying. All I want you to do is a way. And all I wanted to do when I was trying to write this book, and I wanted a way to make women understand how easy it is to stop hair challenges. You should be able to get in the mirror and say, okay, this is what we're going to do today, and you're going to cooperate. And that's what Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair is about. And that's what I'm praying and hoping that once we finish, it'll mean to you. Now, what is aging hair? How can hair age? Why do I call it Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair at any age? How can the scalp age? Well, no age means to become, old age, or well, to age means to become older. Grow old, get older. Aging hair and scalp means just the same thing. Your hair grows in its own life cycle. Within each life cycle, you can grow old and even die before your time in your hair. It can grow old and die before it's supposed to. That means it can break off before it's supposed to. when we think about getting older, we perhaps think about our body becoming weaker, more fragile, getting sick, not looking and feeling as vibrant. We feel that way. And we don't feel like we felt when we were younger. But we know that if we stop and put together a good health plan for our body, we actually do better. We eat better, exercise, take care of ourselves, our body, our mind, our spirit. We won't become weak and fragile. That's within our body. And we won't die before our time. The thrust of this book is not to talk about what happens as our body ages, but to discuss what happens when our hair ages. My purpose is to help you, is to help you. I always want to do that. You. My purpose is to help you to understand and come to know that you are free, truly, truly free to choose how you want to wear your hair, free to make a choice as a woman with curly, natural hair, or chemically relaxed hair, or permanently waved hair, or whatever kind of hair you have, naturally straight hair, it doesn't matter to me. And you want to do that without it somehow meaning that you are assimilating or selling out. You'll learn how to keep your hair young, vibrant, even with changes, whether it's natural or chemically treated, at any age throughout your life, as throughout all of your hair life cycle. Okay, we expect our hair to start graying as we age, and most of us can accept gray hair, or we know how or what to do if we don't want our hair gray, don't we, ladies? But we wonder what our hair might look like when we approach the menopause stage. We all fear the day when our hair might start thinning. What can we do about it? Studies have shown that thinning hair is one of the biggest mysteries and concerns with aging. After reading this guide, you will understand hair thinning and how you can stop the most common type of thinning. Great. You may be surprised to learn that what you thought was an uncontrollable thinning problem may just be thinning of the strand, and you can actually control it. Won't that be great? I want to show you how you can eliminate and even prevent a lot of the negative aging process. What you'll learn from my book and this reading is you will learn, and let's make sure we're not running out of time. We're almost. You will learn how to help your hair become younger, stay younger through all of its life cycles. You can become proactive and not just reactive as it relates to your hair and scalp aging. Your hair and scalp can look and feel and maintain its youth now and for years to come. Okay? So when we come back next week, I'm going to get the last of this aging hair declines, because I'm going to run out of time, and I don't think I have time. And then we're going to talk about what's really happening to our hair. Okay? So keep the questions coming. I'll still answer questions prior to our reading. But we are reading the book. Every Woman's Guide to Beautiful Hair at Any Age. I'm excited about it. I'm Lisa Ackberry, your hair doctor. To God be the glory in Jesus. I love you all. And I'll see you next week right here with Ask the Hair Doctor. Bye-bye.